Alright, my final word on the war on what I call the war of the sexes, and where I think where my place is within all three what I call toxic groups of toxicity. Alright? It's like I said, learning how to socialize and learning how to read body language is something that should be taught in school. I'm not lying when I say this. It needs to be taught. And boys need to learn how to communicate with their body language and how to read body language. This way they don't get false rape charges. This way they know when they're harassing a girl, woman, chick, and whenever they're not. You know what I mean? These are things that I didn't learn. These are things I needed to learn the hard way. Okay? And it could have been, for me, a lot worse. I understand this. Alright? Here's what I think of modern day feminists. They're not proponents for women's rights. They're out for their own personal gain. They really are. Look at Anita Sarkeesian. If you don't agree with her, she'll send her army will come down on you and they will bury you. And they will do it unceremoniously, and they'll do it with a big smile on their face. Look at men's rights. There's no big YouTube guy for men's rights, but if there was, you can bet your ass that they would also come down on you if you even disagreed with them just with one thing. They will bury the shit out of you. They will. Alright? And now we get to something that I was a part of, big part of, that is pickup. Talking real social dynamics, love systems, I don't know what else is out there at the moment. I mean, Scott and Casanova, but he does his own thing, you know what I mean? He's not even on the radar. Same with Frank B. Kermit. People don't know who these guys are, you know what I mean? They do it, I mean, Kermit does independent radio shows, and Casanova has his YouTube channel. That's a shout out, by the way. Watch Scott and Casanova to learn how to, actually talk to chicks in public places and clubs and stuff. And then when you want to learn the psychology behind it, listen to Frank B. Kermit, because he's the man. Why did I defend there? I have no fucking clue. Anyways. But I'm talking about okay, everyone knows who Julian Blanc is by now, alright? Here's my thing with pickup. Some of it is legit. Most of it is bullshit, okay? I met Julian Blanc. I met him 3 years ago, roughly, when I did a RSD free tour in Miami, alright? My first impressions of him was he was a cool guy. Just some other guy that I would probably want to hang out with, you know what I mean? Nothing out of the ordinary, whatever. I saw his infield footage and I'm like, okay, this is kind of funny, he's kind of being aggressive, but the women he's being aggressive to showed body language that showed to me that they were not objecting and stuff like that, so I had no problem with it. And then he started getting out of hand, okay? And then he started getting successful. He let everything get to his head, and all of a sudden he did stupid shit. And the stupid shit he did in that one video that he did where he had to get put on, where he had to go on CNN and publicly apologize, that was well warranted, because the chicks who he was doing that stuff with, and the things he was calling them, they were not having it, okay? And he went too far, alright? A lot of pickup people would disagree, and they would disagree very belligerently. And they'll say, oh, you're a feminist now. Oh, you're on their side. You know what I mean? No, I'm not on their side. I'm on my side. My side is the only side I'm ever going to take. And my side borrows freely from the others, without apology. Because it's there. It's free content. Duh. You know what I mean? Modern day feminists, in my opinion, are female supremacists. That's all they are. They want a world that is right for them. They want their own personal playthings, which would be men who they can manipulate. And to the men who get manipulated, I have no sympathy for, because I was one of them too. You'll learn. Oh well, big deal. But it's like a Smithereens song I heard. you know, first love, tough love, big mistake. What else can we do? You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. If you're gonna try and win women over by spending money on them, you're doing it wrong. Trust me, I did this, and I was doing it fucking wrong. But I do have a lot of animosity for women who let this happen. For women who just say, oh, you know what? Let him spend money on me. It ain't my pocketbook. That is wrong. It is. It is wrong. They know it's wrong, and that makes it even more wrong. Alright? I'm all for women's rights. I'm all for an equal playing field with the sexes. Absolutely. But let's not turn a battle of the sexes into a war of the sexes. It's not necessary. Women are not oppressed, okay? Abortions, for the most part, are legal now. And now women can file rape charges whenever the fuck they want. Hell, they can even get a man arrested for hitting on them, okay? And in my opinion, that means things have gone too fucking far. It really has. And I'm not gonna back down from this argument. I'm not gonna back down from that. And men's rights, they're making it worse. Because here they are, attacking women for just being women, and not apologizing for it. And they're doing the whole men going their own way movement, which to me just means they're taking permanent time off, or temporary time off. It's coping. They're coping. They're temporarily coping, okay? I took time off of school, and I went back. I could have taken permanent time off school, but I still interacted with school. I still have to critically think, okay? The game, meeting women you can't avoid it. You can't run from it. And if you do run from it, you better be happy that you're running from it. You better be happy without having a dating life. You better be happy without a love life. You better be happy without a sex life. And a lot of these men going their own way are clearly not happy with no love life. If they were happy with having no love life and no sex life, trust me, they wouldn't walk around dissing everyone who is not like them. And finally, just to wrap this up, before I talk about my next subject, why do I think all three of these groups work with each other? Because they do. It's just my opinion right now, I can't prove it, so it's not a fact. But I do believe it. They work with each other because each one of them feeds off of each other's beliefs, okay? Feminists need men's rights activists. Men's rights activists need pickup artists. Pickup artists need both. Alright? If you were to eliminate one of them, completely, one of them, the other two would probably stop fighting with each other, and the other two would probably not even worry about anything. I'm serious. Nice. Alright, yeah. I'm being completely positive. I'm being completely honest here. You take away feminists, if you take away, well, the modern day feminist, you take away female supremacists, it would completely silence men's rights activists, because they wouldn't have anything to say. They'd be like, oh, well, you know, we can't bitch about anything anymore. We can bitch about pickup, but they're just trying to get chicks and get laid. What's wrong with that? There you go. Same thing with limiting pickup artists. Let's say Julian Blanc never did the things he did. You would still never hear about him. You would still never hear about him. You would still never hear about pickup. You would never hear about RST. It would never be in the news. Let's say Anita Sarkeesian never had any detractors. Let's say she didn't even exist. Let's say she never bitched about tropes in video games and stuff like that, which I think, like I said, it's completely for her own personal gain. You know, that's why she has Kickstarters, and that's why she fucking crowdfunds it. Because crowdfunding is only for personal gain, by the way. There's nothing, no public gains when there's a crowdfund. Crowdfunding is completely and totally selfish. And let's say she never did that. You would never even hear about men going their own way. You would never even hear about men's rights activists. So each one supports the other. It's clear as day. Alright. So I'm done with that. Whew. That's, like I said, that's my final video. And my final time that I'm ever going to even interact with anything at all regarding the war of the sexes and where I stand. I'm going to continue to borrow freely from feminist beliefs and feminist ideology. I'm going to continue to borrow briefly and freely from concepts of pickup. I'm still going to borrow freely from men's rights, okay? The men going their own way movement is great for taking temporary time off. It's great for, I think you should take time off dating. I think it's almost necessary. You know what I mean? But it is not permanent. It's a coping mechanism when it becomes permanent. What are you gonna stop talking to women in general? Makes no fucking sense. Alright. So let me talk about what happened in North Korea and Sony completely not going through with the interview. That movie, The Interview with Seth Rogen. Honestly, that means, to me, I didn't want to see the movie either way, because Seth Rogen is overrated nowadays, so I don't really care. But, you know, what if this was a different movie? What if this was Star Wars Episode 7? What if it was another movie that everyone and their mother wanted to see? What if it was something else? What if it was what if it was Kim Jong-un being on appearing on the news and having and making an announcement? What if it was something like that? What would happen? What do you think would happen? You know what I mean? Oh no, I don't. I need to get Mom in the party. Okay. Then I need to unequip Satan. Okay. What if it was something that people took a little bit more seriously than just a stupid movie that was similar to Team America World Police? That's kind of what did I just do? Man, I'm a dumbass. Oh my god. And what if it was something on a greater magnitude? People say it's a violation of freedom of speech, and it kind of is. It kind of is something like, you know, it's like, whoa, like, you know, now we're gonna have to bow to North Korea? Are we gonna have to like get North Korea's, you know, permission to do certain things? That's not the way I want to live my life. That's not the way I want things to go down. You know what I mean? I want every American, every person living on the planet to be able to do whatever they want as long as you're not hurting someone else. You know what I mean? And apparently that's becoming way too much to ask nowadays, which is goddamn fucking sad. Okay? It's the truth, but it's sad. Alright? And you know what? North Korea, it's dictatorship. People think it's communist, but it's not, because communist is completely different than dictatorship. Trust me, I know this. I've studied a little bit of political science and a little bit of history. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. No, I'm not going to talk about it in this video. The hell with that. That would take way too much time. The hell with that. But just trust me. It's not what you think. Alright? What do I want him now? Oh yeah, wait, yeah, I know. There we go. There, yeah. Might have Mog do jumping stuff. With the Pearl Lance I'm gonna be getting eventually. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways. To me, the whole Sony and the interview fiasco, to me it kind of means that our freedoms are slowly being taken away, and we need to do something about it. but how many people are going to stand up for it? You know what I mean? How many people are actually going to stand up against it? I'm wagering not that many. I'm wagering that we're going to keep being scared. We're going to keep wanting safety, because that's what everyone wants nowadays. Everyone wants security. Everyone wants safety. Everyone wants to live in their own little bubble. It's like I was saying with feminists, you know what I mean? They just want a world that fits their preferences and their plans, their secret evil plans, you know what I mean? And if we're comfortable not revolting, then that's just how it's going to be. And it's a very sad state of affairs. It really is. Alright. Oh man, alright, I don't know how, yeah, I'm almost done grinding actually. Well, my first phase of it. I just need to get Mog up to level 30. By the time he gets to level 30, I believe Shannon will also get to level 30, which is nice. So, yeah. He's going to go down really quickly too, so yeah. What else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about what my content's going to be in 2015. I'm strongly considering not doing videos about overcoming social anxiety anymore and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know what the hell was. I mean, I'm certainly not going to do videos on my views about, like I said, on men versus women and feminists and stuff like that. I'm not going to do videos on that anymore. I still might do advice videos. I still might do stuff like that. But I think what I'm going to do in 2015 is I'm going to concentrate on the things that I like doing. I'm going to concentrate on the hobbies that I like: gaming, bowling, writing, that kind of stuff, and even speaking about certain issues. You know what I mean? But the thing is, and this is what breaks my heart really. And let me continue another video here, because I'm running out of time here.